All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Henderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go now.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, you know, the top five, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take #1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Keenum now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On the carry is Henderson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
3 down. On second down, Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Keenum. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
Here's Henderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, like 20. Here you go, boy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a first down carry by Bell, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Now Ben on third and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Sua Cravens with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.